It was a big shift being 23 and opening a business and just kind of figuring out everything that came with having a business and not just cooking, not just like coming up with dishes. So I'm Fabian von Hauske, and I'm a chef owner of Wildair and Contra in New York City. So I started cooking when I was like 15. I'm from Mexico City, so I grew up there. I was in a band and I wanted to go to school for graphic design. And a friend of mine, his grandfather had a small restaurant, and so I started working there during the summers. And then I just started working at a little coffee shop when I was 17 and kind of just like started from there. I moved to New York to go to French Culinary Institute. I didn't know if I was going to lead somewhere. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but it seemed like the right choice at the time. And that's where I met my business partner, Jeremiah. One of the toughest moments was probably our first summer. Summer is usually the slower season for New York, and it's even slower, I think, if you're a new restaurant. You don't see the back end of things when you're a cook or a server, and you don't know how it really affects an establishment. So for us, it was just very, very strange. And I was back home. I was dealing with my visa at the time, and I just, I would see the numbers on my computer, and it looked rather bad. And at the time we were opening next door, and next door was just kind of like a hit from the start, and that kind of really helped both restaurants get to where we had to be. We consider ourselves more business people than just chefs, which is, it's an interesting shift to go through. It's just like you're seeing different things different ways, and it's just not all like creatively based. It's just more about how to make things work financially. We think about flavors, that people are used to, or familiar flavors, and then we try to give it a little twist. There's like a very regimented way we do the menu here. So you'll have like an appetizer, vegetable focused, and then you'll have something more interesting, seafood, and we'll have a fish course, a meat course, and 2 desserts. And the desserts, I usually think about memories from my childhood. I feel when I worked with Johnny Uzina, John George, he used to tell me that desserts are meant to make people feel happy. So when we opened here, our menu was $55 for 5 courses. So we really had to think about ways to strip down, those other costs. So we don't have linens on the tables, we don't have flowers. Service is a little more casual than in your fine dining establishment. We try to source vegetables and fruits from friends, farms who will help us get to where we have to be. Yeah, I think having like a small budget really makes you, wonder how you can do certain things or use everything that you have. The inspiration for this restaurant is taking all the cultures, that are in our blood, to say. I'm from Mexico, and then I moved here. I lived in Europe for a while. So for us, especially being in the Lower East Side where all these cultures kind of blend with each other, it was a very important thing. When we opened this place, we never thought we would get a Michelin star or a good New York Times review or get any of the awards we've gotten. So that definitely motivates you to be better, and your standards become higher. So yeah, I think just being better at what you do every day is a motivation, and you have a team and you want to see them grow, so you kind of strive to grow your family and see those people flourish into something greater.